is Sophie and I'm currently a third-year violin performance major. Sorry, actually, I'm currently a fourth-year violin performance major at the Peabody Institute of Johns Hopkins University. And today I have a really special video. So the company Fesley has reached out to me to review their violin that they've sent me here. But I'm going to see today if this is a viable choice for those who just are curious about violin and don't want something too expensive to jump off into. So this violin, I see on Amazon it's listed about $170. If you have a Prime membership, you can usually get free shipping on that. So overall, right off the bat, the price, $170, that's not a bad price. Let's open the violin. All right, so there's a little manual in here. It says Fesley Violin Manual right here. So they give you instructions on how to assemble your violin right here. There's more picture explanations. So overall, I'm really happy with this manual so far. I'm not gonna go too in detail right now just because I wanna get into looking at the violin. But I think this is a very beginner-friendly option so far. Especially if you're an adult beginner, adult learner, this would be helpful. Let's open the violin now. So as you can see here, this violin, the bridge is not set in, so you're gonna have to set that up yourself. Actually, I've never done that, so let's see if the instructions can get me through. There's frets or something here, and then there's this shoulder rest it comes with. Okay, and then do we have some rosin? Oh wow, they've really set you up well. There's strings, even though there already are strings, there's extra strings. There's a wiping cloth, very good. This is where the bridge is. It came in this pocket right here. Then we have a tuner. Wow, it comes with a tuner. That's super helpful. And it comes with a block of rosin. I'm very impressed so far. I'm just impressed with how much this comes with. So if you're just a total beginner, once again, I'm treating this like you're a total beginner, you're just someone who's always wanted to learn violin and you're looking for a good option to have, this is a great option already. I haven't even tested the violin out yet, I will get to that, but I just want to talk through what this case comes with first. So it comes with a bow and a violin, a shoulder rest, which usually is valued at like $20 already. Then we have this fret. I've never seen this. I'm not sure how this works, so I'll look into it in the instructions, but I'm assuming you kind of like put it down on your fingerboard so it's like tapes. Like I said, it comes with a bridge and extra strings already, which that was so thoughtful of them. Normally people don't know to get a spare set of strings until their strings break and they realize, shoot, now I can't play violin till I put another set back on. But it's always good to have some spare strings with you, so that was really considerate of them. Then there's this violin wiping cloth that you wouldn't know you need until you have rosin all under your bridge right here. So that's another important thing. They're anticipating your needs. There's a cloth. Then we have a tuner, which I thought was super thoughtful right here. A block of rosin, because you quite literally cannot start playing without some rosin. This bow, if there's no rosin on the hair yet, it's going to slip on the strings and it will not produce a sound. I love that this anticipates some of your needs as a beginner. And again, this manual will explain anything that you're not sure, like what is this part for? I have personally never set a bridge up before. So I'm going to attempt that here with these instructions that came along with it. I'm going to test out putting on the bridge by myself for the first time, even though I have not done that. So we'll find out if you need to be a professional to do that or not. So this is what the violin looks like so far. It looks like there's also some support that you can contact. For instant service support, please contact this number, this email, or this website. So that's really good. Seems like you have good support. Let's check out, I'm gonna try to install this bridge right now and we'll see where this goes from here. So now that I have my violin kind of roughly intact, here's the tuning. Pretty out of tune, but I have here a tuner. Let's check out the tuner while we try to tune our violin for the first time. I love how thoughtful everything is. This tuner comes with a battery. I love that so much because it's the worst thing when you finally are ready to use an electronic and you realize it doesn't come with batteries. I just clipped it to the back of the scroll of the violin like this. No clue if I'm doing it right, but usually I don't use clip-on tuners. You can use an app if you want to, but let's check it out just for the sake of it. Y'all, it's the forbidden candy, the rosin. So this is perfectly new. I'm very tempted not to scratch it up right now, but I will for the sake of this video and just to test out everything. This violin bow is completely new. There's not a bit of rosin on it. So we're going to rosin up this bow. I'm still tuning the violin. The strings need to be stretched a little bit because they are new as well, but this bow actually feels pretty decent. Let's test it out. But first let's appreciate this one last time. All right, let's go for it. It took me like 10 minutes, but I finally rosined this bow. So I will be honest about this part. The rosin that it comes with is not the best. I pulled out my own rosin and it was still like having a hard time kind of just latching onto the bow hairs, but I made some scratches in the rosin and that helped a lot. So if you're having trouble with your rosin, definitely scratch it. But I will say the rosin part is like, okay, like it really didn't work for me. I ended up giving up and trying my old rosin for my other violin. Now let's get some playing in. Let's try out these strings. They're still new and adjusting, so they don't stay in tune very well. But let's play some notes on this new violin. Let's also check out this shoulder rest. Seems pretty standard shoulder rest. So the only frustrating part so far to me was the violin and the shoulder rest. It needs to be adjusted. Not a big deal, but just for now, I'm gonna just play with it. So it's not gonna sound the best. It's gonna be a little bit out of tune because the strings are still slipping, but I just wanna get a general gist of the tone and things like that. First of all, the tone is really not that bad for a less than $100 instrument at this point, because with everything else like the shoulder rest, the rosin, the bow, that is not a bad sound for a $100 violin. It sounds pretty muted and dull, but if you're a beginner, you probably won't really notice too much of that, and tone is a really hard thing to work on anyways. So I'm gonna say that this is a really decent violin. The size, it seems a little bit small, but that might just be me right now. The case, you want to be aware, it does drop little fuzz on the violin. Just wipe that off with the cloth and you should be okay. Like, I don't know if you can really see it on here, but there's like a little bit of fuzz that comes off it. You just want to wipe that with the cloth. So if I was just to wrap up the video really quickly for now, I would say I like this bow actually. It's probably better than my first bow. The violin is pretty decent as well. If you've ever been in public school orchestra, it kind of plays like one of those, which is fine. Once again, for $170, that's what I looked up on Amazon, $170, and you get a violin, a bow, a shoulder rest, rosin, spare strings, cloth, tuner, and like this instruction manual that was really helpful to me actually. I found it pretty intuitive. For a beginner, especially adult beginners, this is a very good option. And I think this is a really good, affordable option for those who just want to check out the violin. So once again, I think everything they give you here is like a really good starter pack. They anticipate your needs really well, and it's a decent violin and bow to start off with. Thank you, Fesley, for sending me this violin. I really enjoyed playing with it. I really enjoyed just checking out all the little quirks and playing with this clip-on tuner that I've never had before. So thank you so much for this violin. I tried to give my most honest review of it for those who are watching this. I hope that this video helped you. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video.